Oh my god, I should maybe unmute my microphone. Welcome to tonight's stream, again. Well, if that isn't a good sign already. Beaten Fjant to 0, it looks like. And, and oh my fucking god, I can't type to the players. Yeah, I just wanted to say we're joining the game right now. And they're asking who I am. Thing is, I can't type. Can you read this? Yeah, I think they yeah, like they're obviously a little worried. Which should be correct. In the meantime, let me check that the stream is properly online. It is. Let me also check on Twitch. Yeah. That we are online. Because it happened to me before. I started streaming, talked for 5 minutes, and then realized I wasn't streaming. Okay. In the bottom left, finally! Like I said, they both have already won one game. This is a round 3 match between the player in the bottom left. From IndieK is Aristari. And his opponent. In the top right for the CSO is Eastos. Guys, like top left, is this normal? Or are the icons broken? Come on, Blizzard! Also, I maybe should activate the production tab. That could help. But yeah. Meanwhile, while we're waiting for the game to really start, you can support the players for free, basically. On Matcherino, just enter code CSOCU7, I think. Yeah, this should be number 7. You'll get the link if you type !prize pool. And yeah, takes literally 30 seconds. If you have to register for the first time, it's maybe 2 minutes. But that's not... that shouldn't be such a big problem. And yeah, you can increase the press pool by basically... or for basically free. But definitely check that out. Meanwhile, we see Aristari. Yeah, normal looking opening on both sides. The Link's chasing away. The probe that was looking, it has now returned home. Finishing up the wall is Eastos, who I believe is Grandmaster. Against Aristari, I'm not sure. I think somewhere around Masters League. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyways. Double Stargate dropping for Eastos now. Which, that is not normal. Hopefully should just bring us some action. Roaches for our story, it looks like. Who is also building a blind spore in the main. As his overlord will scout at least one of the Stargates. It even scouts the second one before popping. He was never seen again. But yeah, that is a rather big tell for our story. Who now first though has to deal with these adepts that are walking into his third, finishing the shade into the natural, killing a few drones, but not enough. Oh, 4 get recalled, 3 of them survive, 1 got left behind. Yeah. He's building more adepts though. He does not have glaives. Oh no, they get caught. Oh no! Poor Eastos. Now the Zerglings, like, they don't really have an entrance, but that shouldn't have happened for Eastos. Kind of unlucky. And definitely will give Aristari some breathing room and map control. Who, yeah, he immediately built 9 more drones. Oh no, you're not gonna... No, okay. Reacts in time this time. And there obviously aren't that many Zerglings anymore, so that Aristari can't really commit. This Phoenix will lead the way for the four Void Rays that are now heading into Aristari's main, it looks like. Here they come, there are 3 queens and 2 spores. Phoenix lifting off a queen. 2 queens got killed already. 3. Now it's starting to hurt. 4 queens going down, maybe even the hatch. Oh no. Good thing he didn't build his lair there, but All the voids are still alive. And Eastos looks like he's able to pick up another base, and there... What units are there to stop him? One queen? This is the last queen. I don't know that Aristor really can do that much against that. I'm not sure if Eastos has really realized how few defenses there are left. Killing some drones that are long distance mining here. Now trying to snipe the lair, which, given there is only one queen and one spore, now some Hydras join in. But he will focus down the lair, gets it, losing nearly all of his void rays. And obviously, that's 3 bases and the lair. He's like, he hasn't reset the tech, but that does hurt. That really hurts. Eastos meanwhile 20 supply ahead. A little ahead in workers and army. Building lots of batteries right now and cannons. Has some safety. Aristori, yeah, he's trying to re-expand. Because he definitely has to. If he doesn't get these expansions and his old bases back running, he will have a pretty big problem. And I mean, he might have the problem anyways, but there would be no way out if he doesn't, like, get his stuff back. Eastos' hallucination. Well, if you have the spores, you know, you can use them. And now Eastos, whoops, also taking his 4th, which, if you're even on bases as a Zerg, is usually not a good sign. If you're behind on supply, that's even worse. We will have to see what Aristori can still make out of this game. Both players supply blocked for a second there. Overlords in Thailand's finishing up though. I mean, this is not the first time these players are playing this game. And now Eastos is moving out. And there are quite a few banelings, and baneling speed is finishing up right now. But a few good force fields, and Eastos will be able to just walk through. Now Aristori is building a good concave. Some good looking force fields won't help him. Banelings getting in. I have no idea what's happening. Eastos seems to do though, recalling his units out of there. And now down on supply. The angle that Aristori had, like here and here, was definitely pretty big factor. And yeah. Eastos losing that fight. Oh, the Void Ray is getting caught by the Hydras. One will die. They reveal the Hydras though. this few static defense isn't enough against so many Hydras. Where's the army, mate? Okay. Here comes the Protoss army. Most of the Banelings have died. Okay, more rolling in. Now it's just Stalkers against Protoss stuff. Shield batteries have drained, but this looks like it will be a battle in favor of the Protoss. Yeah. Didn't have quite enough Banelings to really bruise the Stalkers. Going into a Spire now though, to properly fight these Colossus. Little Zergling run by, setting up. Oh, okay, actually it's a Baneling run by. And that's quite a few Banelings, probably a few will get in there. Another run by setup does get caught. But these probes, oh, 9 probes dying. Probably an okay trade, since you obviously spend quite a few gas as our story. But yeah, he probably hoped for more, but it should be okay for him, especially since there are more Zerglings that are not in vision. So army just passing by. And here comes the counterattack. Our story is setting up the flank, but he is 30 supply down. Will he get the fight he wants? It looks like a better fight this time, but there is still so much Protoss. I don't know that our story can hold. His lair is here as well, will fall for a second time. Now, with most of the Stalkers dead, Raptors have nearly free reign, but it's not quite enough for our story. And Eastos takes game number 1. At least I think it's game number 1. And yeah, as we will have game number 2 coming up soon on Romanticide. I mean, you're hearing the sounds right now, so yeah. That was the wrong button. But yeah, as you're hearing, the game's starting up. And here we will see Aristorius League. He has a diamond border right now. I don't know if he always was diamond. Actually, let me check. I can see that. No, I can't. Pardon me, I can. And Where is he? Aristari is not on this list. He probably signed up late. But here he is in the bottom right. The blue Zerk for Indicate, Aristari. And his opponent in the top left for a CSO. The Protoss East Toss. Yeah, he must have signed up late. So we'll just assume he's a high diamond, low master player right now. Which would somewhat explain why he lost that last game in the end, with Eastos having that Grandmaster border. Yeah. Again, normal looking openings for now, as that obviously can always change. The only thing that can't happen anymore is a 12 pool or a cannon rush. At least that would be an interesting it wouldn't be called a rush anymore. Yeah. But it does look like the players are willing to go the standard way. Robo for Eastos. And correct me, but that feels like a rather early Robo. And oh, some Zerglings make it into the base. Now at this point probes are still pretty good at killing Zerglings, but they do get the full scout off, which is also worth worth a lot, I'd say. Seeing the Robo and the Robo timing. Robotics Bay. Alright. Meanwhile, Aristari this time. Nope, again going for the roaches. That Overlord is going to die. Since the Protoss does have vision with the Observer. And yeah, okay, it was confirmed Aristari signed up late. But we've seen him before. So yeah. He's also one of the faces. Like, not faces, but players who has been playing in these tournaments for quite some time now. Obviously only every 2 weeks, since every 2 weeks there is also the Challenger, which is only open up to I don't know. Aristari has a 5.8k MMR. Alright, that diamond border is a lie. I was kind of confused, but okay. So he is GM. Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking, didn't he like win a match or a tournament at some point? Probably I didn't remember correctly. Turns out I did remember correctly. I'm sorry. Building 10 roaches now. 11 roaches. We're starting to get into a number where it's not... Oh, the disruptor drop. Oh no. 4 drones dying, some roaches dying. Nope, our story decides otherwise. Droning up, building a spire. Alright. Some links. Getting caught scouting. Now our story will have noticed that there is no third base. Which at this point you should kind of expect, I think. Yeah, and it's showing here that he's just walking in right now. Most of the supply difference is that our story has 30 more workers, which he... Well, they're fighting, but workers are dying pretty quickly when they're fighting. And Eastos has a pretty strong force here. Some roaches will hatch, but 4 of them at this base, basically cutting them off. Some Ravagers are here now as well. Drones long distance mining through the forest. But to me this looks like Eastos can just walk through, right? Disruptors getting killed before they can get off their shots, but meanwhile so much Zerg stuff dying. And Eastos taking the 2-0 victory. Over our story, who will now drop down into the lower bracket. Meanwhile, until we have our next game, let's take a look at the bracket. Snockster beat Esmetai. I can't read that, it's too small for me right now. Grey Teacher beat Ziomek. Both Ziomek and Epismoy are now meeting in the lower bracket, where the game has probably already started. And yeah, now we have Eastos waiting for the winner of Snockster versus Grey Teacher for the semi-finals, or upper finals, or whatever you want to call them. Yeah. But we are going to go into a short break. When we return, we hopefully have a new game. So see you in a second. We do have a game now. That was faster than expected, because we got to hop in the series between these two guys. Snockster and Great Teacher in the top left. It's the blue Zerg Snockster. And his opponent, who he won the first map. He's Great Teacher. In case you wondered about the countdown, it's usually not a precise measurement. Like, I obviously have to predict when the next game is gonna come in, or not gonna come in, and we usually have no ideas about how long the players' games are, and so on, or even which score they have, and oh my. Tired caster. Snockster proxy hatching. I didn't notice that. So Great Teacher obviously instantly building a bunker. I mean, I don't know, does he know that now that he gets casted? It's gotta get more exciting, or maybe he wants to have a bit of fun. Or just let his chance play. He's down one map, obviously. He does expand behind this, but six Zerglings are already on Great Teacher's side. There are 3 Marines though, ready to kill them. So they gotta run for the damn lines if they want to have a chance to survive. One SCV going down. Unfortunately, that probably wasn't the target that Snockster was looking for, as they're now just dancing around with the units. Those units aren't enough to kill the bunker mate. He does think otherwise, but it's not gonna be enough. And with that, I think the Marines can just kill the remaining link, kill the queen. Now these creep tumors will be annoying, but for now this is held. Okay, he does use a scan instantly, and the hatchery will die. Now there is still 3 lava, and Snockster could still try to use it. Looks like he's not going to, although some Zerglings are running across the map. Okay, rest in peace in that lava. Siege tank made quick work of it, and once the creep recedes... What? Great Teacher will be able to expand, already floating his CC down to land out the optimal time. Now Great Snockster does, like I said, he did expand, but he also put a lot into this. And the CC being finished, while the Zerg's third base is just starting. Definitely he's behind. Just now starting the third. Roaches as his tank of choice against these Hellions, probably. Which, given the right engagement... No, okay, the Zerglings... They're not catching the Zerglings. They're not getting caught by the Zerglings. But they will definitely be annoying. Oh, they do get caught by the Zerglings, which is unfortunate. unfortunate for Great Teacher. Back at home he does have some more stuff. These links looking to run in. Quick pull on the boys. Not too much damage being dealt, just a few seconds of lost mining time. Definitely okay. Overlord gets the scout of the main. Which is pretty nice. These links really hate the rocks. Well, they're allowed to. Now the game is kind of slowing down again. But Snockstar, he is on 3 bases right now. Great Teacher's third has also finished up. Which I don't know, I'd say a Great Teacher is still a little ahead. But not by a lot. Now their Overlord dying is a little painful. The Viking definitely doing some good damage. +1/+1 coming out for Great Teacher now. Few roaches getting built. Also looking rather defensive for now. He's building more and more though. And yeah, he's walking across the map. I don't know that he can really do a lot. But already preemptively killing the rocks. He might get scouted by the Viking. Did he notice? I'm not sure. Because the double drop +1 marine lonely boy do go across. The tanks not quite sieged up when the Zerg army arrives. 2 out of the 4 siege tanks will fall. And that was a good bit of damage. Meanwhile, the drop does arrive. Snockstar not too happy with the result, it looks like. Has to tap out. And Great Teacher will now face East Toss as his next opponent. Yeah. Meanwhile, no more score updates from that side. Actually, I'm not sure. Do we need to refresh? Refreshing the brackets does not show any more results than this. Our story obviously still waiting for Zyamac versus I'm sorry, I still can't read it. I'm sorry. Yeah, we'll have the upper finals in just a little. Yeah, see ya. Oh my fucking god, I'm not talking. Oh, this was so exciting. I was so excited. And I muted myself. Oh my god. Why does this always happen to me? I even have the sound thing on a separate monitor. Together with the stream preview. But come on. Yeah, I'm really sorry. Widow mine follow-up drop for great teacher, no probe pull. 9 probes falling, oh my. If the proxy hasn't done enough damage already. 9 probes hurts a lot. Now these stalkers. War Prism Micro against SCVs looks kinda funny. And they do get also a lot of damage done. Did the mines recharge? No. But 13, 14, 15 SCVs falling. The Cyclone now popping out. And auto turret helping, but suddenly Eastos is looks like he's in a pretty nice position again. With 22 SCVs dead. Only 14 remaining for Great Teacher. Eastos nearly doubling. The workers of Great Teacher. Yeah, he's in a nice position right now. Not gonna lie. The tank defending against the stalkers. With the War Prism having to leave. Cyclone drop, I haven't seen that before, but apparently it kills 4 probes. That might have been the Marine as well though. But yeah, that's not gonna bring you back. Great Teacher, he's still so far. Where's the income graph? Gosh, I always forget the hotkey. It's not on here. Like there is a cool graph like this, where you can see the past income, and I always forgot its hotkey, which is annoying. But yeah, it's okay. We should be good without it, because let's face it, 15 workers. Mules can't really, like, mules help a lot, but it's not that much. Especially since you might need to spend your energy on other things as well. Eastos expanding to his third base. Now, 4 stalkers moving across, they're not gonna do a whole lot. Maybe looking to catch this empty medivac, which he's scouting by accident. Some units will load in. Here comes a Colossus and a few more stalkers. I don't think that you can really push up that ramp though. Also, this is a pain. It's in scan range, and the scan just runs out. This is what I meant with you have to be able to spend your energy on other things than use this. Oh my god! Just 6 probes feels like way too few for this. These SCVs just had the luckiest moment of their damn lives. Small drop in. You gotta give Great Teacher that he is doing a good job at these drops. Keeping Eastos busy, who at some other place has lost 17 workers. I don't think that was the main. Might have been. And he now gets his real attack in. Army was kind of out of position. Just now being able to fight it. Disable on the Colossus. Both of them. Once these run out, Eastos has a better position. And he will push Great Teacher back. Actually, he has merely... yeah. That's what I wanted to add there. He just lost all of his army. So, yeah. Just, checking some details with the admins. Second game should come in the second day. Great Teacher, please don't tell me you went into a game right now without me. Okay, no, he's there. I was worried for a second. That the players might have started the next game. They didn't. Thankfully. That would have been a real pain. Also, is the bit rate as bad as it looks on my stream? Or isn't that just my Wi-Fi? Like, I'm streaming via LAN, so... Okay, there we have it. Romanticide. Looks like the map to go for map number 2. Now one of the players isn't here yet. which is kind of unfortunate. So, okay, there we go. And there we have the potentially what am I talking about? Don't mind me. Like I said, before the last game, which you didn't hear because I muted myself, both players are already on the money, which you can help increase by going to Match Arena. Loomroad, how it's going. Exclamation mark prize pool. You get a link. You will see the code. So yeah. Let's get into the game though. Oh, pardon me a second. Okay, I'm sorry. Am I unmuted again? Good. In the bottom right, the blue Protoss up 1-0 now is Eastos. And his opponent, for Beast. He's a great teacher. A great teacher. Man, he likes his proxies. Now the probe obviously having scouted it again. We'll look for the SCV. It just missed it. No, he saw it. Energy block. On the Protoss natural. And the first Reaper nearly finished. That can now go into the main, and there is nothing to defend yet. Except these probes, which nearly gets around. It's so close. But nope. Reaper gets one kill, gets a second kill. Stalker pops out. Will drive the Reaper and actually kill it. Okay, this proxy not as successful at— oh no. Great teacher, you little— he's pretending to have cancelled his proxy. Going back home. Maybe even expanding. No, there is no expansion. Eastos doesn't really know that. This is kind of suspicious. You see the starport, you don't see the command center anywhere here or here. But it's normal-ish. Okay, no. Never mind. Here are the Marauders, killing some probes. And they do kill the probes. 6-7 already falling, one Marauder goes down, another joins in. 9 probes, 10 probes. The wall gets repaired for the Terran. One Marauder still alive, 12 probes. Marauders and Stalkers don't deal pretty much any damage to each other. But the Marauder will die in the end. One more walking in. The Tech Lab will get left behind. Focus firing the damage probe. Nice move, even gets the second one. Overall, 16 probes dying. Which I'd call that successful for Great Teacher. On the other hand though, the expansion for Great Teacher is still pylon blocked. And his base not finished yet. Yeah, both players are GM. You're right, Moonrock. Not necessarily pros, but if you've reached GM, you can call yourself good in StarCraft, I think. Liberator coming in, killing a probe. Heading out again. That wasn't the best Liberator spot, it looks like. It's a 4 mine drop. Heading in, it gets counted by the Observer. So Eastos probably should be ready for this. Like, these players have insane minimap vision. It's not even funny. He doesn't actually have anything in position. Like a Stalker that's just now warping in. 5 probes isn't what you hoped for, probably. Another mine dropping. Oh! Oh my! Holy! Eastos is in trouble. Losing 26 probes. 29 probes, I'm sorry. A sentry. A lot of mining time. More probes. Eastos is falling apart. And Great Teacher looks like he's having a great time. Now his CC is finally landing Eastos, yeah. It was probably like, oh, 14 probes. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. And yeah, correctly decides to tap out of the game, which will bring us a third match, or map rather. Which I'm looking forward to, I gotta say. Yeah, the loser of this will then drop into the lower bracket finals, where he will first have to wait for a seemingly rather long time. I'm not sure if the bracket is really up to date, but if it is, then the loser will have to wait for Fjant vs Nockstar, the winner of which will play against Xiamak, the winner of which will play against the loser of this match. It sounds very complicated, just look at the bracket. It explains it explains it pretty well. Yeah, the winner will have a rather long break, as he will have to wait for all of the matches I just named. but obviously will then have an advantage in the finals, which I'm gonna explain then. It's an extended series and most of you know it anyways. Long-time viewers. And yeah. The next map is Pillars of Gold. One of the now older maps. Damn, these map pools, they cycle so quickly. It's insane. But the game has started, and in the bottom left we have the blue Protoss. For CSO, he is Eastos. And his opponent, playing for Beast, the Red Terran, is Great Teacher. Hasn't sent an SCV out yet. This one is scouting SCV though. Eastos, maybe he has watched the streams, or he is just a little worried. Of potential cheese. So looking around with the probe. Actually, he might be hiding it. To proxy something himself, I'm not sure. Great Teacher going for the NG block again. But no, the probe just took the longer path. Will reveal itself. We'll see the barracks. Down here. SCV got chased away. Probe looking to delay this command center as long as it can. Engineering bay will fall, or rather be cancelled. Reaper now arrives, this probe will die. And with that, the SCV will be able to start the command center. Also, starting a bunker, just in case. You can always salvage it in the end. SCV is still scouting around, but it will die in the end then. Reaper, proving that very brave zealot, which trying probably delay the CC, maybe get a scout off. Gets neither. Which is kind of unfortunate for Eastos, but he's usually not getting that. Reaper jumping into the main of Eastos, killing the probe it looks like. But 2 stalkers are too much for a Reaper to stand. So it will have to escape. No, it's going to die. Killing 2 probes. It's okay. Not the best trade he could have taken. But okay. Okay, pardon. Yeah, meanwhile, game. It hasn't really didn't really get that much excitement this game. What am I talking anyways? Observer will get a scout of the main. Not getting scouted itself. Oh my, is he using the Diva announcer? Alright. Now Eastos is looking to poke into the main. There are no tanks, which Eastos is very well aware of. Taking down the bunker, but then immediately blinking back out. Bunker getting rebuilt. Dark Shrine behind that. The Stalkers know you're not gonna take that fight. You're going to lose it, and no, don't take that fight. He's just really looking to get something done. He's not succeeding though. And yeah, right now we're in kind of a stalemate. The probe arrives, plants down the pylon, looking to build the nexus. But nope. The SCV is right on time building that engineering bay. And delaying the nexus even further. Which is getting more painful with the time going on. War Prism with 4 of those dank Templars ready to maybe fly into the main, but there is a missile turret there. Also in the natural. Great Teacher deciding that it's a good time to move out with his army, which it's quite a few stalkers, but his defenses should barely hold, I guess. We're going to see. Meanwhile, there is pretty much nothing at home for Eastos. He does get pushed back by the Terran army, and here we go. Immediate warp in round. These Marines will take down the Colossus with ease. Now fighting the Stalkers at home. Did he recall? No, no recall. There's not enough energy to recall any Stalkers. Oh, wait. He just blinked in. We're in a straight up base trade. Oh no. The Terran army moving back up though. These Stalkers will die pretty quickly. 34 SUVs falling during this. Wait, did all the command centers... All the command centers got taken down. Stalker's doing a great job. They're just now getting cleaned up. The drop will get back. Yeah, that escalated quickly. Great Teacher does have to GG out. He's just still enjoying himself. Staying in the game, killing the rest of the Terran stuff. But we are having our first finalist in East Toss. And yeah, Great Teacher looks like he will have to wait quite a bit now for his next opponent. It also looks like we are having a rather long break again. Let's give her 5 minutes. Again, it might be a little more or a little less in the end. But yeah, it's a rough estimate. Yeah, see you in a bit with the next game. And we are actually back already in the next game, which came quicker than I expected. I did need to get something to drink though. But that's why it was only 2 minutes. And the game I am talking about is between these two men. In the bottom left, the red Protoss Xiomech. And his opponent in the top right, the blue Zerg, Snogstar. With both players going for the conventional openings, so you didn't lose too much. I missed too much of the game. I think it should be all good for now. Yeah, Adept for Xiomech. This is basically the first kind of decision you've got to make. Yeah, that's... Oh, okay. Stargate follow-up for Ziomac behind it. Not a double Stargate like we've seen from Eastos. Wait, Eastos? God, I am sorry for not remembering players' names for longer than 5 minutes. The one Overlord dying for Snoxter does kind of hurt. He does have more in production, so it's not too big. But yeah, every loss is somewhat painful in the beginning parts of the game. Am I on mute? Oh my. This shock. I always think like I muted myself or something. And now I'm talking into the void again. I didn't, which is good. Cause this would be a lot less fun without it. Oracle flying in. Not getting any drone kills so far. Really wanted to get that second probe. Thus taking more damage than I really needed to. But flying back out. Overlord will get a scout of the main. During which it will die to the stalker, so that's okay. Zerglings do try to slow down this Nexus for Ziomac. They are not really succeeding. Yeah, Roach is the tech of choice for Snogstar for now. Yeah, he's... Anyways. 2 Archons going to drop into the third base of Snoxer, looking to do some damage. There's a Spine and a Spore. So, killing a Queen is kind of nice. After that, walking in, here are the Roaches. They will also kill 1 or 2 Roaches, while finally having to somewhat retreat to the back. Some Zealots have walked in, killing more stuff. This is quite successful. Fortunately not getting the Queen, but... Oh, the drones are all stacked. Don't stack drones against Archon maze. That could have been such a disaster. Fortunately for Snoxter it wasn't. But it's still oh, okay, here comes the Archon. Killing 13 drones now. Also killing lots of army. Or at least more than necessary. So Ziomac in quite a nice position. Oracle poking in. The one Archon that survived will regen its shields until it's finally back up, maybe looking to drop in again. 1 Archon drop's usually not that good, but the other Archon did die. Really close match, so it's alone now. And we'll have to deal with it. Zyomech still. Like I said, 3 versus still 3 bases is not the situation you wanna be in as the Zerg player. You can now see that also in the supplies. 120 versus 100. That's definitely good for Protoss, who is now moving in with a actually not that small force. Banelings all dying to the Archons. All dying to the Archons again. Only one Baneling getting onto the sentry. Drones have to get pulled, but they are not that good at fighting, like we've discovered before. Zyomech just goes up 1-0. Just like that. The series might be quicker than we like it to be. Obviously, the winner of this match will get a bit of the prize pool. The loser will get none. So, winning here is quite important. And if you want to help increase that prize pool, you can type !prize pool. It'll give you the link to Match Arena. Where you can put in the code CSOCU7. Adding 50 cents to the prize pool. And yeah. Also, if you're just watching, enjoying this, maybe leave a follow to the channel. That also helps quite a lot. You'll get not necessarily notified, but you will get notified. It's always a little weird with Twitch and follows. Even weirder than with YouTube, I'd say. But we now do have the second match between these two guys in the top right. The blue Zerg for my fixed. He's Snogstar. And his opponent on the bottom left. The red Protoss up 1-0 for Blazer is Zyomech. Going for the low ground wall. Like you would expect him to on pillars of gold. Again, the macro openings from both sides. Probe scouting. Nothing really happening again. As we have the Nexus job for the Protoss. Yeah. probe doing its probe shenanigans. And it's a normal match so far. So again, exclamation mark prize pool. If you haven't been there, I can't understand because I have already told you about 20 times now. I would probably tell you 20 times, 20 more times. So, yeah, do that. And you'll see the Stargate from Zomac. Link's chasing the probe, which will fall eventually to these links. Rest in peace. With the links being slightly faster, I think, than the probe. Third base. These guys really just want their normal macro nice match of StarCraft. It's unfortunate. This Overlord, oh, will it get onto the tower? Yes, it will. Just in time. Link's going across as the probe is filling the hole in the wall. I think Link's can still go through there. Actually, no. Nope. Looks like that. Oh, yeah. No. One Link somehow got through. Get the scout. Probe's not able to catch it. The other Links head back home. While Zomac is dropping his nerd. Roaches for Snogstar seem to be the tech of choice. Obviously after he's seen the Stargate. Gonna build a spore there. He already has spores in the main and natural anyway, so that's a good thing. I'm really sorry about... Okay. I was really looking for that Evo chamber. Because I couldn't click on it. Because this game is freaking amazing at making things work how they should. Snogster did scout the Oracle flying in. Green already in position to drive it back. Also adding in a Baneling nest. But yeah, nothing too crazy so far. Some adapts making their way across. They will meet the roaches and queens. Probably finishing the trade. Yep, there we go. Killing 4 probes already. Drones already. Now shading into the main. Probably only 1 will make it. Actually 2 will. 7 probes falling is I'd say it's a nice result for what he invested into this. Since he obviously also already has his 3rd. Snugster not having his 4th. Which... Why are you not building your 4th? I wonder if he has something in mind. Because at this point you usually see a 4th base for a Zerg player that hasn't been totally crippled. Now these oracles say, hey, maybe you actually are a Zerg player who has been totally crippled. But it's just 6... Like, don't get me wrong, 6 drones is good, but it's not massive. It's pretty good actually. Hydra then force Noxter on the way. Okay, here goes the fourth base. So just a little late, looks like. And Snoxter looking for the Banelings. Right as the Baneling speed finishes, he wants to roll in now. Unfortunately, Zyumek, this isn't the first time he's playing as a player. So both warp gates, or the gates here blocking the base. Now the Baneling hit. Oh, those sentries are really lucky to be alive right now. The pylon disabling the warp gates for now. Got busted by the Banes, but I mean, overall that attack didn't really pay off. And Zyumek taking his fourth. Now, these poor oracles. Actually, the fact that one of them gets out is surprising to me. Like, really surprising. But that's okay. If it really wants to. More Banelings rolling in, and these probes. Nice quick pull. 5 Banelings for a cannon, that's not really worth it. The cost, especially the gas, since obviously Banelings, cannons don't cost gas. Now this attack looks somewhat infuriating. Protoss army isn't really in position to defend everything at once. The Banelings, the Banelings, the Banelings! Oh my! Only killing 7 drones, probes with this. That feels like a hole to me. Now, Snoxter does follow it up with a Spire. And a follow-up attack. This time the Banes can rain terror on the probes. All 14 of the fourth base falling. Now the Banes, oh, they're all also just running in. All the sentries are dead. Also picking off an Immortal. And once the Spire finishes, he can also build Corruptors, which is right now. More focusing on the Banelings though. Which, yeah, that also seems like a nice decision. Since there are quite a few Stalkers again. Now, many Banelings rolling into the Alpha, now killing the Stalkers and damaging the Colossus. I think Zyumek is winning this, but I don't really want to call anything. But yeah, okay. Now that all the Banelings are gone, he can just walk through it, looks like. More Stalkers coming here. There are 2 Banes morphing, but this base will get destroyed, and it looks like, at least to me, it looks like also the rest of this base. Since Lynx, he has 34 of them in production, but they don't really do that well. Against Colossus. 18 drones falling. Meanwhile, it's just walking through 17, 18 Banes. Such an amount of Banes could turn the tides, but they're not really in a coordinated attack, just A moving in, and Zyumek does the same, winning the second game and making his way onto the round 3. No, round 5. aka the losers finals. His third base is secure already. Snogstar is out with this. Out of this tournament. And next up we will have Great Teacher play against Ziomek in the losers finals. But before that, a short break. After that, the losers bottom finals. See ya.
Armies will be shattered. Worlds will burn. Now at last, on this world, vengeance shall be mine. For I am the Queen of the Lake.
Alright. Welcome back after this short break. The players are still doing their vetoes, but it looks like the lobby is starting. Again, both of the players. If they win now, they are in the finals. If they lose, they will be third. But if they get to the finals, they will have the disadvantage of the extended best of 3. Since they obviously lost and Eastos, who would be their opponent, did not. And yeah, that's basically the story. I will explain it in more detail if you need to. Meanwhile, while we're waiting for the lobby to or for the game to load rather. I've told you so many times, I'll tell it again since we're having more viewers right now than before. If you go to !prize pool, you will find the Match Arena link for this event. And there you can support the players with the code that you that will be displayed on the command. But yeah, the game has started with this player in the top left of Submarine. He's the Red Terran, great teacher. And his opponent in the bottom right is the blue Protoss, Ziomek. Now, I was gonna say I'm not sure how early that SCV headed out. Turns out it was as early as it could. His third proxy in I think 4 or 5 games that we've casted from him. He really likes the proxies. Ziomek will scout. The depot raising for... Well, you somehow gotta spend your APM as a great teacher, so you can also raise your depot if you really want to. The probe has probably watched the stream, maybe watched the stream rather, looking around for the proxy in his base, but it's just outside. It sees the SCV coming from the top side and will scout the barracks and confirm that it's indeed just one. Now this engineering bay looks like it could get pretty far. Actually no, okay. Zealot does finish up. Reaper jumps into the main. We'll try to kill some probes, but gets chased out. Not killing anything, it's not that's not the start great teacher was looking for, I think. Now a second Reaper finishes, heads back home immediately. The probe's still there. But the Reaper will kill it in the end. So yeah, Ziomek, he could the engineering block. He denied the proxy, so that was a pretty good defense. Now, obviously, Great Teacher didn't commit a lot into this. Stalkers might be able, no. They will just ignore the barracks. Also, Great Teacher's natural finishing up. Now heading down. Now these stalkers killing the SCV and the bunker and the depot now. Oh my! Are the stalkers just winning right now? Basically cancelling both the barracks from getting built. Killing SCVs. Oh, meanwhile, actually 7 probes died to the Widow mines that got dropped while Ziomek wasn't looking into his base. The Salvagist, what is he doing? I don't know, but it doesn't really look healthy. Cyclone does survive, which is big for Great Teacher. The Stalkers killing 14, 15. Oh, the mines fired again. 6 more probes. But 15 falling for Great Teacher is more than he can really afford to lose. Now 6 marine drop heading out, which is an interesting amount, I'd say, but probably has its reasons. Okay, he just didn't have enough marines to fill the medevac for the timing that he's intended to. Probably because of what happened before. Now more stalkers. Deja vu, mate. Now walking into the base. And the Cyclone is here now. The stalkers have blinked though. So if they are brave enough, they could be able to even blink on that Cyclone. The tank not getting any shot off, immediately dying. I think now Great Teacher is dead. I mean, I thought that 2 minutes ago as well, but there is nothing to shoot. Actually, there is, just on the other side of the map. As the drop continues on, Stalkers getting recalled. 3 survive. Are the Marines doing it? I don't think they can. Only 6 probe stack transfer into the main base. These 3 Marines are basically the only thing that Great Teacher has here right now to fight. More Stalkers finishing. And Great Teacher, he only has 8 SCVs left. He's basically... he can't recover from this if he doesn't do immense damage, which it looks like he's not doing. Also, I noticed we're on Juke now, it looks like. So, in case you're not following and you're enjoying the stream, maybe leave a follow. add to the tournament match Reno, which I'm not gonna say the link again because you know it. If the Stalkers could catch this Medivac, but no. Oh my! Oh wow! He probably expects that the Medivac has left, and now it's trapped. This is such a dangerous action. Stalker's just not moving, has he? Okay. Snaps the Medivac just as it fully unloaded. And he's back on 19 SCVs, which is still just half of the 38 that Xiomag has probes. And I still don't think he can recover. But he's trying. Meanwhile, Xiomag is getting into his charge. Maybe his other upgrades at a later point as well. That one Widow Mine can definitely cause some trouble, but since Xiomag has Blink, he might be able to just blink out of it. He also has Vision. With this Observer, which is gonna die. But nonetheless, Great Teacher realizes his position. Taps out. And will try again. In this next map, his tournament life is on the line if he loses. I mean, he still would be third place. Having played pretty brilliantly also in other games this tournament. And dude, I feel like some of these maps are repeating themselves. Pillars of Gold should be the third time we're seeing it. And yeah. On the other hand, it's a good thing that the players quick with their lobbies now. Wait, you can't always say. There are these players which take forever. Which isn't just annoying for the enemy, but also for observers. These players, though, absolutely rushing through the lobbies. Focusing their time on the game. And yeah, with that, I even feel ashamed for being the last one who loads in. And the players have to wait for me. Yeah. Here they are. In the top right. As we said, his tournament life is on the line. It's Great Teacher for Beast. Not going the proxy way. His opponent, the blue Protoss for Blazer, is Xiomag. Now, oh wait. I said he's not proxying, he's faking the proxy. Great Teacher with the mind games. The probe will only scout that there is no barracks being built. And the SCV will also NG block again, it looks like. Yeah, there we go. Probe scout, and Xiomag is probably expecting a similar game as the last one. Which he obviously won, so he's got a kind of confidence scouting the NG block. Now the probe will obviously see the follow-up. And if the Reaper just goes into the main to kill it, it might... Oh no. It was so close to scouting this.
Base is under attack.
Oh yeah, great teacher. Now killing this and yeah. Mac knows that it's a bluff. The engine bay would probably get cancelled last second. There we go. Wasn't that big of an investment. And yeah. Now we're back into a normal game. We actually see Hellions. We haven't had many of these today. So that's kind of exciting. This is an army which looks like you'd rather normally use it against a Zerg. But if it works, it might also work against these two Stalkers and Zealot. Actually, the Hellion almost dying. He tried to kill it with a probe. Not quite getting it. Now the Hellion falls, and also one of the Reapers. 3 probes is okay, I'd say. Command center finishing up. And obviously there is the Reaper wall, which not only prevented the Reaper from getting up, but also from getting out again. That poor Stalker just dying to the mine. Yeah, those are unnecessary losses, which as I'll make you probably feel pretty bad about. You don't need to because they're not that huge, but it's okay. What is this SCV doing here? Like, it's been chilling there for quite some time.
Add-on.
Somebody, get me out of this mess.
Your forces are under attack.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm needing to test some hotkeys right now. Widow Mine seems like it didn't do that much. Oh my, I finally figured it out. Okay. That is amazing. I hope that setting stays for future games. I doubt, given the state of StarCraft, but if you're interested in what I figured, with a vision it doesn't switch the player cams anymore. Thank God. I knew there was a way, but I didn't know the exact one. As I'm unfortunately not a professional cast. Nor observer. Ziomac. He also seems to like his stalkers to just poke in. Now there is a tank, and he does not have blink. He does have blink. Pardon me. But you're still not gonna walk up this ramp into the siege tank. Now Medivac with 1 Marauder and 6 Marines will head out. And another push looks like it's moving out at the same time. Now the Medivac will get caught, not quite. The other one's still on its way. Ziomac knows that the push is coming. Does he have enough to defend? By the way, I didn't ask this time, but if you think there are sound problems, something should be higher or lower, just tell me in Twitch chat. That would be nice, thank you. I usually ask at the beginning of the stream, I didn't this time. Now the job in the main has been killed off, and here comes the real push. It looks like Ziomac is pushing it back, and this might be game ending. Given that Great Teacher has pretty much nothing at home. Ziomac can now just really walk across the map, come in here, and kill this off. Now the Liberator killed off the tank, 2 shots, and then gets killed off. So many there that's just murdering through, and I don't know that Great Teacher has any more chance, any chance to win this, or even hold on right here. No tanks are done. GG. And we have our second finalist in Ziomac. GG to Great Teacher, getting 3rd place. And yeah. Obviously GG to Ziomac. He's moving on to the finals versus Eastos. It's an extended best of 3 series, meaning I'll explain it. I think I'll explain it after the break. Hopefully Eastos is still here. It hasn't gone AFK, so that we don't have to wait that much longer. We'll see. See you in 2 minutes.
The swarm brought ruin to our world. Our proud people became refugees. And yet, they could not shatter our unity. For we are bound by the Kala, the sacred union of our every thought and emotion. Today, we retake our homeworld, and with it, our legacy.
Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the finals, as we hop straight into the first game between these two players. In the bottom left, we have the blue Protoss. For CSO, he is Eastos. And his opponent, also Protoss. But in the red, he is Blaze's Ziomek. Funny thing is that before his game versus Great Teacher, Ziomek says that he's looking forward to a good PvP, so he seems very confident in his abilities to win this game, or to win the last match, which turned out he did. And now we're having a Grandmaster PvP, the first mirror matchup of the day. And oh my god, I'm getting cold. Give me a second. Okay, I'm really sorry. I hope you still kind of enjoyed the first person perspective from Eastos there, who is also proxying a robo out on the map. Now, wait, that was Ziomek, not Eastos. Okay, I'm sorry. But yeah, Eastos is kind of walking out on the map. Ziomek, as we're seeing, has gone for the Nexus option without any proxies, which normally proxies are rather rare. In PvP, a game without any proxy is rather rare. These videos are always so energizing to see. Yeah, I totally agree. Also, I thought that the Legacy of the Void one was pretty fitting, given that we have a PvP finals, which one Immortal finished, and the Prism is going to finish any second, while the Robo for Ziomek still is kind of lagging behind. Now, battery overcharge obviously is super useful and forces Eastos to back out for now. Now, Ziomek really wants to see this engagement. And I think he's winning it. It's always a bit hard to tell with the Prism still being there, obviously being an advantage. The Immortal popping right now. And yeah, overall Eastos, the second Immortal will really help. Battery overcharge is already 3/4 of cooldown again. Now there are 2 Immortals for Eastos, still no Immortal for Ziomek. Actually, while I'm saying this, it pops out exactly at the moment, and Ziomek even pulling some probes. The Immortal for Ziomek falling. Battery overcharge helping a lot again, making basically all of Ziomek's units immortal. Even though they should be able to die since they're just stalkers, and Ziomek is pushing Eastos pretty far back. At this point, the Immortal has to run for its life, but it's unfortunately a little slower than the stalkers. Some adepts are slowly being warped in. But yeah, now Ziomek is in the better position. Even catching the 3 adepts. Two of them make it into the base, killing 3 probes and then dying. Oh, she might get a 4th kill. The stalkers going to find the open. No. Yeah, they did notice, okay. Like I said, these players' minimap visions are, I don't know. They're super good. Meanwhile, Eastos is still on 1 base, and I assume he's gonna be for the rest of this game. So he has to make something happen. Now, where is Ziomek's Immortal? He's just walking across with stalkers. Honestly, that might be enough. That might just be enough to kill everything. Now, oh my, what a disruptor shot. The Stalkers got called back home. Battery overcharge not enough anymore against such a high damage output. Oh, this disruptor shot might have just won Eastos the game. Now, I'm not calling the game, but it's looking better and better for Eastos with every moment that's going by. Only having left 3 Stalkers. And the battery is mostly drained. Producing a Warp Prism right now, not even an Immortal. Which probably wouldn't help him anyways. Eastos warping in more slow stuff at his outpost since he looks like he lost the prism. No, there's an Immortal. Okay, I was wrong. No, he didn't lose the prism. Where was the prism? But yeah, the natural is gonna fall, and that is gonna bring Eastos even on economy, and he is so far ahead on army. Both on 23 probes having their mains heavily oversaturated. Now it's just... I don't think Eastos can just walk up there, because the Immortal will deal a good bit of damage. Accidentally focus clicking these rocks. But tackling away at the warp gate does reveal some area to work with for Eastos. Okay, there we have the prism in production again. Did he cancel it? I'm not sure. Yeah, Lumra, I'm afraid I'm probably not the expert to ask. I'm not too familiar with PvP. You might be noticing that. And yeah, if you want to go in such details, maybe ask someone else. Preferably someone who plays Protoss at a high rank. The balance whiner inside of me would say, ask any Protoss. But yeah, that's the plan. The disruptor again. Oh no, yeah, Xiomech has to tap out at Eastos after a wild game. Game 1 goes up 1-0, meaning he now has 2 match points, with which, if Eastos wins this first best of 3, then he has won. In case you don't know the format, it's an extended best of 3. Eastos, since he came from the winners bracket, if he wins, then he has won the tournament. If he loses, then they will go into a second best of 3, the winner of which would be the tournament champion. But for that, Xiomech now has to first win 2 matches in a row, and then win 2 more, which we have seen, I think, once or twice this being pulled off. But it's a challenge, most surely. On the other hand, the fact that Xiomech is here in the finals is pretty impressive, given that If we look at the bracket again, he lost his very first match, which was against... Oh, I'm just noticing he lost against Great Teacher, then fought his way up the lower bracket, and in the last series we had, he took down Great Teacher after that, so pretty impressive run. And who knows? This man might be able to make something more happen. I've talked about him. Also, these players dual HFs are so nice. I wish you'd meet such players on the ladder. Yeah. These Blazers Ziomek. And his opponent. In the bottom left, the blue Protoss is CSO's East Toss. Again, pretty good looking, or normal looking openings. And in PvP they are actually somewhat interactive. Obviously the problem with mirror matchups, or this mirror matchup in particular, is that if you do like one little mistake with your two stalkers defending the ramp, and your opponent gets a hold on your natural, even the slightest, then he's basically won the game. Which is a little what we saw last game. Actually, well, it was pretty close, but there was Ziomek, who for a second I thought was winning. Turns out he wasn't. And there we go. We have a proxy again for East Toss. This time with the low ground pylon. Not with the high ground proxy though, that doesn't work, mate. But I don't think that's his intention. Looks like it might just be a closer pylon for him this game. He obviously made use of such a pylon last game as well. Even though it's a slow one, it's still better than if you take your units and walk them across the entire map. Oh, East Toss. Even warning off Ziomek's entrance with a pylon. Fortunately for Ziomek, two of his stalkers just arrived from the void. Where do they get the stalkers from? And the stuff they warp in from the void, right? Anyways, they just arrived. Some more stuff will come up this Stargate. While Eastos is going for the Twilight Council for the time being. Here we go, these adepts actually make their way in. The probe on the entrance not doing what it's supposed to do. Now with the battery, one adept alone can't really do anything, so... Still though, 3 probes for 2 adepts. It's a trade you take as Eastos. The probe still, is it the same? It doesn't matter. Probe is sitting there very suspiciously. Maybe he just forgot it. But yeah, we will see what he is going for. The Oracle accidentally scouting the pylon. But the double Oracle will now fly into East Toss's natural base. who's actually hallucinating 2 more stalkers. Which you might think is dumb, but it makes your army really look more intimidating. Because as long as you don't have any vision, you don't know that it's a hallucination. Makes sense, right? I mean, it still takes your damage, so that's a nice thing to do. Meanwhile, what's not a nice thing is losing 8 workers to 2 adepts and 2 oracles. One oracle even getting out. Now, Eastos, oh no, was ahead in workers. Now he isn't anymore. The oracle gets out again. 3 HP. How lucky of an oracle can you be? Oh, the army will poke up again. And it's a roughly equivalent amount of stalkers. But East Tuss's stalkers do have blink. For their advantage also, he has 2 sentries. He's walking back home though. Deciding that if Zymek overcharges this battery, he would be pretty screwed. So yeah. Expanding instead. The Oracle taking any probe it can. And he's not trying to trap the Oracle, maybe? No, not trying to trap the Oracle. Just making sure it doesn't fly into the base. And it's kind of slowing down again. Now there is an Immortal for Eastos now coming up. Who, despite having lost 10 probes, is ahead in workers again. Also, his base is quite a bit earlier. So economy wise he's still ahead. Now also going for a Dark Shrine. Remember, for Eastos, if he wins this map, he has won the tournament. So, the Oracle even dropping a revelation. That's cute. To find an observer, but there was no observer that could be found. These are quite a lot of stalkers though. Is he just gonna blink up? Oh no. Oh, that is so cool. Now Eastos is in a lot of trouble, but that looks super cool. I don't know guys, but I love that. Immortal gets focused down and Zymek just has more. And with that, ties up the first part of the series. And suddenly it looks like he has a good shot again. I don't know, I'll need to watch that again. Well, what I make it there, I think you not an expert on how to blink up the cliff, but I think he move commanded and then queued the blink so that the stalkers would only blink if they are near enough. Which, yeah, it's just super cool. Our third map of this first series. And last map of this first series. After that, the maps could repeat, since we're having essentially a complete new series. Will be Lightshade. It's a new map. I mean, I think I complained again about that enough here, but the maps this season are just, they're all the same. Nothing like Golden Wall, really exciting. The most exciting is probably Submarine because it's so small, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really like the situation that the maps are in. And yeah, I hope that changes. And speaking of Lightshade, here we are. I mean, I talked about how these players are super quick on the lobbies. And one of them, if he wins this map, he will be the champion. CSO's Eastos. On the other side, if he wins, these players will play another best of 3. The Red Protoss Xiomec. Both players again, mirroring each other pretty much perfectly. Meaning the scouts, the probes will hug in exactly the middle of the map. And yeah. We have actually we have a pylon block from Eastos, which could come in somewhat significant later. Since that will obviously delay the nexus of Xiomec, in case he intends to build it. Turns out he does intend to build it, and with the pylon down he finally can. Eastos will also save up money for the Nexus. It's gonna be a little later though. Eastos again, building a pylon. And I hope that he proxies something, because that would make the game more exciting again. The first game was absolutely amazing. And given that he won it, he may feel like proxying as well. Again. Didn't they see the oracle? No. Now they see it. And they will chase it away. Ziomac is looking to make something happen, and honestly he just has the bigger force here. Like, shoot better overcharge can make a big difference. Make no mistake, but he will need to use it, and here come the oracles. Okay, turns out bigger force does not equal victory. I am surprised. Like, in the beginning it looked like more stalkers. 2 oracles versus 0 oracles. Proxy Dark Shrine, that's what we like to see, I guess. Will definitely spice up the game. Oracles flying in, damaging a probe, draining the battery. Not gonna get the stasis ward off. And in the end it will die. These stalkers turning around. Deciding they may be too weak to really attack into this. Now he also builds gateway, making this a fast pylon. Helping Eastos, helping him to build warp in faster Dark Templars than these. He's absolutely slow. Look, this one. Your mate is a lot faster. Is there any detection? There is no cannon, no oracle, no observer yet. Oh no. This could be a real problem. 4 probes, 5 probes. More probes falling. Still no detection. Okay, here comes the first. Or the one observer. He's gonna build a second one. And 9 probes falling is pretty big. Even killing the probe that oh no, he didn't kill it. He's gonna kill it now. I wanted to build a third here. So 9 plus 4, 13 probes falling to these Dark Templar. That is big. Ziomac probably knows this. Now Eastos does as well, so he feels like he's in a good position, and he definitely is. If we look at the units tab, 20 Stalkers against 24 Stalkers and the Dark Templar, 2 Dark Templars, and an Archon. Only thing that could happen to Eastos now is that they base trade. And it looks like Ziomac is looking to base trade. This is so cool. Is recall available? Yes, recall is available, and he does have enough stuff. He doesn't care, he's killing everything here. Oh my! Don't leave the Nexus alive. It's a full-on base trade in this game. I am losing. I'm not sure who is winning. I'd say Eastos is in the better position. Killing every probe on the map. There is no probe out for Ziomac. There is this one probe and this outpost, most importantly, for Eastos, and it's looking like the last probe. This is so huge. Ziomac does not have enough money for another Nexus, so once this falls, he will get revealed. On the other side, we have Xiomec clearing a lot of stuff, but I don't think it's enough. The last probe falling, no more probes for Xiomec on the map. Eastos, on the other hand, still has probes. Still has Nexi. And takes the game. GG. GG Eastos. Defeat by not having any more buildings. And with that, this was today's broadcast and tournament. Eastos, GG, well played for winning the tournament. Obviously Xiomec, as I said, fighting his way up the lower bracket from the beginning. Also an amazing performance. And yeah, GG to Great Teacher, who becomes third. And yeah, obviously to everyone else who competed in the tournament. Thank you to the admins, obviously, for making all of this possible. Hosting the tournament each Saturday, letting me cast each Saturday, and thank you to you for watching. Again, if you haven't already, go to Match Arena and support the players. Enter the code CSO CU7. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye.